Blue 42! Blue 42! Hi!
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Madden NFL 2018. I am Steven Steffen, and in today's episode we are back in the Juan Madden connected franchise. We're 7-1-1 going up against the Cincinnati Bengals, my favorite team. And I have a little bit of history with this user. We played in the AFC Championship game in my first ever playoff game in Juan Madden. I was beating him 34-9 at the start of the fourth quarter, and he came back and beat me in that game. Still pretty salty from that game. We played last season in Madden 17 when I was the Broncos. I wasn't very good. I think I had 4 wins going into the game, and he had a decent record, and I wound up beating him in that game. So we were 1-1. This is the rubber match, if you could call it that. And I started the game off with some crazy technical difficulties. Controller wasn't working, all kinds of issues. So that's why there was no introduction video into the game. And we're going to pick it up straight in the game. So let's get to the highlight. First Broncos drive, it's 3rd and 17. Simeon is going to find Demaryius Thomas on the out route just past the first down line. A gain of 19. First down Broncos. Later in the drive, it's going to be Simeon finding on the play fake, finding Emmanuel Sanders wide open on the screen as he gets down to the 18-yard line. The Broncos drive would stall, however, and it's kicker Brandon McManus. He's going to miss the 38-yard field goal attempt, as this would be par for the course for the Broncos in this game. First Bengals drive, 3rd and 14. It's Dalton looking and finding A.J. Green at midfield for the first down. Later in the drive, it's 3rd and 13. It's Dalton finding Tyler Eifert on the post over the middle to the 11-yard line. 2nd and 3 in the second quarter. It's rookie Joe Mixon taking it in for the touchdown as the Bengals take a 7-0 lead. Next Broncos drive, the struggles would continue as Simeon finds Virgil Green, but he is hit by Dre Kirkpatrick and fumbles the football. Bengals take over at the 30. Then it's Dalton finding Eifert yet again wide open for the touchdown as the Bengals take a 14-0 lead. Broncos would punt their next possession. We pick it up 2 minutes left. Dalton, the play fake. He's going to find speedster John Ross wide open, and he is gone. No one will catch him. A 92-yard touchdown. Bengals with a commanding 21-0 lead with 1:50 to play in the half. Broncos would go 3 and out and punt again, and it's Giovanni Bernard for the Bengals. Watch this, breaks a tackle, and he is going to outrun everybody to the right side of the sideline for a big punt return, giving the Bengals great field position with 1 minute to play. Bengals would pile on another field goal as Jake Elliott hits a 56-yarder with 22 seconds to play in the half. The Bengals would take a 24-0 lead. 15 seconds left. Broncos would finally catch a break as Simeon lobs it up in desperation to Demaryius Thomas. The Broncos get bailed out with a pass interference on Dre Kirkpatrick, and they would settle for a field goal to make it 24-3. We pick it up in the second half. First Broncos possession, Demaryius Thomas over the middle to the 9 as the Broncos try to claw back into the game. Broncos drive would stall out, however, and it's kicker Brandon McManus who hits the 22-yard field goal to make it 24-6, but time running out, 2:55 to play in the third. Broncos defense would force a punt again. They get the ball back. It's Simeon with a desperation heave to Emmanuel Sanders in triple coverage, but it is intercepted by Sua Cravens of the Bengals as they take over at the 48. Broncos defense would do their part again as it's Dalton looking. He's going to find John Ross, who is hit hard and fumbles the football. Broncos recover and take over. Broncos still trying to mount a comeback. It's Simeon. He's going to find Malcolm Brown over the middle for the big gain. Down to the Bengals' 25-yard line. No huddle offense. 5.5 minutes to play. The Bengals defense would come up huge, though, and force a 4th and 19. It's going to be Simeon looking, but it's Carlos Dunlap with the strip. Simeon picks it up, tries to stay alive, but is eventually sacked. A huge game from Dunlap with 4 sacks and 3 forced fumbles as the Bengals would take over. We pick it up late in the game, 21 seconds left. Simeon trying to get something going before the next game. He finds Malcolm Brown for the touchdown, but it's too late as the Bengals defeat the Denver Broncos 24-13. So there you have it, another game in the books, and it was just one of those games. I kind of knew it was going to be tough when I got the fumble on the second drive. He got the ball at the 30, and it just seemed like nothing went our way, and those games are going to happen. Offense played terrible. The defense played well, but they were on the field most of the game. He just kicked my ass in the first half, specifically the second quarter. He scored all his points in the second quarter. And we shut him out in the second half and tried to make somewhat of a comeback, but just didn't have enough offense to make it happen. Hats off to him. He played a great game, not taking anything away from him. We struggled, and his defense was solid. We could not run the ball at all. I think C.J. Anderson had 8 rushing yards, which is never going to win you the game. He played great. John Ross had a big game. Carlos Dunlap was a beast, and I think he sacked me 7 times. Dunlap had 4 of them, and I just couldn't get any protection. The offense struggled, and I mean, he scored 24 points in the second quarter, and that was the game pretty much. He got out to a 24-0 lead, and it was just too much of a hole to come back. But this game has a way of humbling you. I played him right after I played TJ in Gridiron Racers and had that great game in Gridiron Racers, and then come to this game and just get annihilated. So, but that is Madden. We play the Oakland Raiders next. That highlight reel is coming up, and that is, of course, the rematch from Week 3 when we beat him 24-21, held on to that game. But as you can see, he dominated everything but passing yards, and it was just an off game for us. So hopefully we can get back on track with the Raiders. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.